Hey everyone, I'm in Miami, Florida right now, and I like it here. Actually, I moved to Miami about 10 days ago from Los Angeles, California, and I think that Miami experiences what LA experienced 50 or 60 years ago. Miami is at peak right now. But it's not about today's topic. So today's topic is about how to avoid burnout. And let's first define what does burnout mean. So for me, burnout is a moment or a state of condition when you feel tired, when you don't want to work, when you want to sleep all day, and you feel irritated, you think it's not worth it because you don't see any progress and those kind of things. So how to avoid burnout? So first things first, I would say set realistic goals. I'll bring an example. Let's say you make $50,000 a year, and obviously everyone wants to make millions of dollars, right? But if you make $50,000 a year, it's not a good decision to set a goal of $600,000 for the next year. It's possible. I'm not saying it's impossible. It's very possible, but in 99% of cases, people don't achieve that. And since they don't achieve that, they think that they didn't achieve their goals, they don't see any progress, and they don't want to work anymore. So that's when they're having a burnout. So what I would say is that it's easier to go from $50,000 to $100,000, and then from 100 to 2, from 2 to 3, 3 to 4, and so forth. It's easier and it's better to have small goals within small period of time rather than very big goals over a long period of time, let's say for a year. It's better to have monthly goals rather than yearly goals. Actually, Brian Tracy talks about that, and I really recommend you to listen to Brian Tracy's audiobooks and podcasts with him. You will learn a lot of valuable knowledge. You'll get gain a lot of valuable knowledge. Another thing is time management. And it's very important to manage your time because you don't want to waste your time on very stupid things. And actually, again, Brian Tracy talks about that. He says that it's better to write down all your goals on paper. And the most important part here is that it's not writing down your goals or tasks. The most important part is going over those tasks, checking them day before. So right before you go to sleep, check all your tasks, all your goals for the next day, because it prepares your mind, like psychologically you are prepared for the next day. I used to do to-do lists, but I didn't check it day before. And when I was waking up, I was thinking, oh, I'm not going to I'm not going to manage this, and this. I was excluding or postponing those tasks, and it wasn't that efficient and productive. So just go over all your tasks day before. Another thing is establishing boundaries is very important, and learn to say no to people. You are not obliged to say yes and to help everyone. And learn who are your friends and who are your acquaintances, because what I notice here in America is that everyone becomes friend after your first day of let's say you meet one day, next day you're friends, and I don't think it's right. You're just acquaintances. Learn to say no, because you waste a lot of your time on those people and then they don't pay back, and they just think that was a very small favor. They're not responsible for that. You're the one responsible for that, and actually they're right. You're the one who's responsible for that. You made a mistake. You provided a lot of information, a lot of data. You give all your time to them, and you shouldn't wait to get something back in return. It's better just to say no. And if it's not good for you, why should you say yes? Just forget about that moment and try to keep on your work, on your job, on your study, and grind for you. and your family. Another thing is don't be perfectionist. Perfectionists are the worst type of people that I know. It's impossible, especially if you want to be an entrepreneur or businessman, it's impossible to be a perfectionist. Because I know people who say, well, if I start business, I want everything to be ideal. I want to have my office, my cars ready, my paperwork ready, all licenses, all permits, all this and that. It's impossible to have everything ready, not even showing any results, because, well, first of all, you run out of money. Second of all, you run out of you don't have any energy after a couple of months. Thirdly, you couldn't find any connections during that period, so you do all by yourself. You're making all those paperwork, all those finances, contracts by yourself. You don't have any connections because you didn't work yet. You're just spending money. And you don't see any results, and you say, well, it's not worth it. I'm just gonna give it up and continue doing my stupid 9-to-5 job. Well, I'm not saying that 9-to-5 is the worst thing to do. A lot of people make fortunes doing 9-to-5s. But like overall, everyone knows that 9-to-5s are not the best places to work if you dream about that big fortune. And the last thing that I would suggest you to do is to minimize your relationships. Be very picky when it comes to connections. When you make friends, acquaintances, be very picky and don't allow everyone to become a close friend of yours. Because a lot of people have very negative energies and they just don't see themselves achieving something in the future. Well, I will bring a very simple example. For example, I have friends, very good friends, and I'm still in a good relationships with them, but they don't have any big plans or big dreams or big purposes for their lives. I'm not saying cut your relationships and don't interact with them at all. No. What I'm saying is that understand you need to find other people, other connection, other circle, because if you have high standards, you cannot talk to people who have low standards. I'm not trying to say that you're better, they're worse. What I'm trying to say is that you have bigger plans, bigger dreams, they have lower dreams. And like Patrick Bet-David has a video that he talks about like how you're trying to go up and people here trying to bring you back. And that's exactly the case. I mean, try to talk to people who you know will help you to achieve success, who you know will help you in your career, personal life, professional life, career. And that's how you're gonna achieve success, and that's how you're gonna avoid burnout. Because when you see you have big dreams and you talk to people who have bigger dreams than yours, you understand you're in competition. You need to do everything to be worth to stand next to those people. That's what I think about burnout and how to avoid it. So, and if you like this video, just give thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and there's a ring bell. Just click on that in order to follow all my contents that I'm gonna upload to this channel. Thank you very much for your time and have a wonderful day. Bye.